In the calm of a typical Tuesday evening, our tale begins. Meet our protagonist, an ordinary teenager with a life as normal as it gets. She's just a girl in the world, navigating the trials and tribulations of adolescence. This evening, like any other, she finds solace in the comforting routine of family life, basking in the tranquility of an uneventful night. Suddenly, the lights flicker, a brief interruption to the serenity. The warm glow of the room gives way to an eerie darkness, if only for a moment. An unsettling silence follows, the hum of electricity absent in the air. She feels a shiver of unease creep up her spine, a sense of something amiss. But rational as she is, she brushes it off as a simple power glitch, a minor hiccup in the fabric of her ordinary life. But little did she know this was only the beginning of the odd occurrences. It was their nightly routine, but tonight it felt different. The girl observed her family as they moved through the motions of their evening customs. Her parents, usually so jovial at dinner, now exchanged whispers, their brows furrowed in concern. Their laughter, which usually filled the room, was conspicuously absent. The brother, a constant chatterbox, sat wordlessly, his gaze distant. His usual barrage of stories and jokes was replaced by an eerie silence that hung heavily in the room. Even the dog, their faithful golden retriever, seemed affected by the strange atmosphere. He paced restlessly, his tail between his legs, refusing to enter the living room and the parents' bedroom, rooms he usually loved. The girl tried to shake off the unease creeping up her spine. She chalked it up to her imagination, telling herself she was letting the shadows of the night mess with her mind. She went to bed, hoping the morning would bring normalcy. Morning came, but normalcy did not. The sun rose, but the family's strange behavior cast a shadow over the breakfast table. Their eyes, usually warm and inviting, now darted around, avoiding meeting each other's gaze. Laughter and light conversation, once the soundtrack of their morning meal, were replaced by an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional stilted exchange. The girl watched, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest. Her family seemed to be playing a twisted game, a game she didn't understand. Were they hiding something? Every forced smile, every half-hearted chuckle, they all seemed to be part of a secret she wasn't privy to. Fear curled in her stomach like a snake, constricting tighter with each passing moment. She wanted to confront them, to demand answers. But not today. Today, her courage was buried beneath a mountain of fear. She decided to confront her family. But not today. Today, she was too scared. The truth is often scarier than the unknown. This statement rings true for our young protagonist, who decides to confront the uncanny changes in her family's behavior. It's a decision that's easier said than done, but she's driven by a sense of determination, a need to understand. She starts noticing oddities. Symbols, cryptic and ancient, begin to appear around the house like a secret language spoken only by her family. She catches them in hushed meetings, whispering in quiet corners when they think she's not around. They dodge her questions, avoid her gaze, and their laughter no longer fills the house like it used to. The more she observes, the more she realizes that this isn't just her family acting weird. This is something else. This is something deeper. She stumbles upon a hidden room in the basement, a room that should not exist, a room that was never there before. It's filled with foreign artifacts, objects that belong in a museum or perhaps in a horror movie, not in their cozy family home. The symbols she noticed earlier are here too, etched into the walls, glowing eerily in the dim light. She feels a chill run down her spine as she takes in the sight. The room, the symbols, the artifacts, they paint a disturbing picture. A picture of secrets, of dark rituals, of a life she never knew her family had. She can't shake off the feeling of dread that engulfs her. Every instinct she has screams at her to run, to forget what she saw, but she can't. She can't forget. She can't ignore. She knew they were hiding something, but the magnitude of it, the sheer depth of the deception, it's overwhelming. This wasn't just a simple case of her family acting weird. This was a secret life, a hidden reality that was now staring her in the face. She knew they were hiding something big, something terrifying. Scene script. Fear is a powerful motivator. It was time to confront her family. As the sun dipped below the horizon, our protagonist summoned her courage. She could feel her heart pounding in her chest, a testament to the terror that gripped her. But she had to know the truth. She had to confront her family. She found them huddled together in the living room, their faces etched with concern and something else. Was it fear? She took a deep breath and began, her voice trembling at first, then growing stronger with each word. She laid out her suspicions, her observations, her fears. Her family stared at her, their eyes wide and unblinking. They denied everything at first, their words catching in their throats, their faces flushed with what appeared to be guilt. But as she pressed on, their resolve began to falter, their defenses crumbled, and the truth came tumbling out. The truth was more bewildering than she could have ever imagined. They were part of an ancient secret society, a lineage that stretched back centuries. Their mission, to protect the world from the shadows, from the unseen dangers that lurked in the corners of reality. They were the shield against paranormal threats. Her parents, her siblings, they were all part of this clandestine world. Their strange behavior, the late-night whispers, the secret meetings, it all made sense now. They had been training, preparing for something. But what? That was a mystery yet to unravel. The revelation was shocking, terrifying even. But there was something else too, a flicker of intrigue that sparked within her. Were there really things that go bump in the night? And more importantly, could she become a part of this secret world, this society that her family belonged to? The world as she knew it had been turned upside down. Her family, the people she thought she knew, were not what they seemed. But as she looked into their eyes, she saw the same love, the same concern. They were still her family despite their secrets. She was shocked, scared, and intrigued. The truth is out, but what does it mean for her? The family's secret society, the strange rituals, the odd behavior, it all makes sense now. But the revelation comes with a chilling twist. They tell her that she, too, was chosen at birth, that her life, her entire existence has been leading up to this moment. It's an overwhelming revelation, one that sends a shiver down her spine. She's part of something bigger, something darker than she could have ever imagined. It's terrifying, the thought of being sucked into this vortex of the unknown. Her family watches her, their faces expressionless, their eyes filled with a strange mix of anticipation and dread. They've been preparing for this moment, waiting for the day when she would join them, become one of them. As she struggles with her new reality, a loud crash echoes through the house. Something is coming. The cliffhanger leaves us hanging, waiting, anticipating what's next in this chilling tale.